What's up guys, TC here and welcome to Starbound Tips. Today I've got two really good tips on how to make you into a better farmer in Starbound. So, first things first, let's hop over here to this little automatic farming system I have. Now, it's automatic in that it automatically irrigates your crops. You still have to harvest them by hand, but this takes out a whole lot of hassle. So, what you'll see here is this is built on an ocean planet, and I've got my little reservoir here that keeps all the water up here contained. This is what we're going to water our crops with. It's tied into these trapdoors here, which will open periodically and drop water onto these plants. Now, in order for them to not flood, we have little bitty drains every 5 blocks here, and then we have little areas in between where our crops go. Now, the timing system, we're going to turn on full bright so we can see, down here is not very complicated at all. So you'll see we have these timer blocks. We have 5 of them, or 6 of them set to 5 seconds. So when I turn this on, it's going to be set for 30 seconds, and that's what I like to keep it at. You can always make it longer or shorter, but 30 seconds for me seems to work really well. And so if we look at the wiring real quick, I know it looks kind of ridiculous, but all they are is chained together, and at the very end of the chain, they go into a NOT gate right here, and then the output of the NOT gate goes to all of these doors, see? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on to be a much shorter clock. So instead of being every 30 seconds, it'll be every 12 seconds. So we're going to turn it on. So you'll see it's going to start counting down now. And if you look up here, all of our crops, like up here that have dehydrated the dirt, these are all, they need to have water for them to grow any further. So it opens up, hydrates the crops, and now they can grow on and continue their growing phase. And as you'll see, the reservoir refills itself. Let's hop back down here and turn that off. There we go. So, that goes saying, let's turn off full bright. There we go. Yeah, it's fully automatic as far as irrigation goes, and you can set it to whatever you want, but like I said, I keep it at about 30 seconds on average, and it works out really well for me. So let's hop over to our other testing area, and I'll show you the other tip. So guys, the other tip I wanted to give is on what I would say is the best crop to grow in the game when it comes to selling things for pixels. Now, what makes a crop good as far as selling it, there's a lot of attributes. So you have things like their growth time, how easy they are to harvest, how much they sell for. All these are really important attributes for a crop, and I think I found the very best one, and that is going to be coral creep. Now, the first thing I need to point out is that there's really two main types of crops. There's crops that you have to plant on the ground and then replant, so things like wheat and rice, and then there are plants that grow on stems, things like bananas and grapes. And these plants grow on stems like those, but one of the main important factors about them is that they grow much faster than any other plant that grows on a stem. These grow in only 3 minutes compared to most other plants that grow on a stem, which grow anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. So they grow much quicker. They sell for 20 pixels each, which is about average, but then there's one defining attribute that really makes them unique among all the other plants, and that's that once you have, like, you'll see they're actually underwater right now, and they're one of the only plants in the game that can grow underwater. You can also grow reef pod underwater, but you have to replant them. These plants, once you've planted them underwater on soil, you can actually cover them in any liquid. It doesn't even have to be water, and they don't dehydrate the dirt. So like if we go through here and harvest all these, right, you're going to see that they're never going to dehydrate the dirt, and that the water level, or in here, in this case, Urqueous level, is never going to go down, right? So you don't actually have to have any kind of irrigation system. You can just put them under 4 or 5 blocks of water and harvest them every time, and you never have to worry about irrigating them. So they're super simple to grow. And what's really cool is you can put them under any liquid. You could put these in oil or lava, it doesn't matter, they still grow. So, and also, the really important part is that they sell for a decent amount over here. We'll go over here. I think we usually get about 70 from that. So if you see, we sell 72, get 14.40. That's a really good amount, and as I said, they grow in 3 minutes, which is really, really fast. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.